Hello everyone, welcome back to another hypixel skyblock video, and today we're gonna be kind of going over the skyblock reforge update, but simplified, just so it's easier for everyone. But before we get into that, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe, because we're super close to 100 subscribers. And now let's start going over the update stuff. So the skyblock reforge update mainly goes over reforging, and it also implements new areas into the game that may not work yet but will work when Dungeons releases. So the biggest thing about the reforge update is this right here: weaker accessory reforges but much stronger weapon and armor reforges. This is pretty much the summary right here. A big part of this is the critical chance being removed from almost all accessory reforges, except unpleasant, but a lot easier to get on armors and weapons. So the second biggest thing, and in my personal opinion, I think it might actually be the biggest thing, is the build diversity. With the new reforge balances and updates that were implemented into the game, this allows a lot more and a lot more specific builds into the game. This is tank, healer, any of that. It's a lot more accessible for everyone, and there's a lot more paths that you can take with the new reforges. I also forgot to mention that your combat skill now only rewards half a crit chance per level instead of 1. Another thing is the weight of all reforges is now the same. So if you're looking for a reforge such as legendary, the odds are going to be 1 out of 9 because there's 9 reforges for weapons. The reforge anvil was also added, and this basically allows you to reforge directly onto your island. It costs 4 enchanted stacks of obsidian to make, and I'm pretty sure 3 enchanted stacks of iron. They implemented reforged stones, and each reforged stone will cost a specific amount of money to put on to an item, and the reforge will then go directly onto the item. They also fixed attack speed. Attack speed was broken, but it isn't anymore. As you can see here, the default cooldown to attack a monster in Minecraft is 0.4 seconds. If you reach 100% attack speed, which is the maximum attack speed you can get, you will now be able to attack a monster every 0.2 seconds. So 5 times per second. Here are all of the reforge changes. Now, the biggest thing that I want to go over about this is because there's so many more pathways that you can take, I can't really advise a certain reforge to you. There are generally good reforges, such as legendary, that go over everything, that are good if you don't really know what you want yet. There are also reforges like wise that are targeted specifically towards a certain stat. The important things to note about all of these new reforges is that your sword and your armor reforges are now very important, and your talismans are not as important. For the next week after the update, reforging will be 2 times cheaper. You can also click on the reforge button 2 times as fast, from 1 second to 0.5 seconds. The dungeon hub was officially created, and you can now access it from inside the hub mountain. Now, another important thing to note that isn't actually coming out in the update, but will soon, is the catacombs. This will be implemented once the server is stable. There's a new NPC called Guildford, I definitely mispronounced that name, who will challenge you to multiple races. Now for general changes. Every ability that deals damage will now deal increased damage based on your intelligence value. They implemented a new requirement into the game where some mob drops or gear require certain combat levels to use. The magma boss was fixed, so now any blow above 2,000 damage on the magma boss will deal 2,000 plus 10% of the extra damage. They fixed fairy souls. Rip timedeo. I hope this video really helped you guys out, and if it did, please subscribe. I am going to link this thread in the description down below, and I would really love if you guys all check out the new reforges, just because you need to find the reforges that are going to be right for your class and dungeons or what you're looking for. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.